the brothers Karamazov, Book 10, in Chapter 6. For 3 different episodes, Zosima told the young seminarian Alyosha that he needed to leave the monastery because he had good work to do outside the walls of the monastery. And now we see finally that coming to fruition. We notice that Alyosha is not wearing the monk's garb, but rather he's just wearing a coat like any normal dude, and he's here doing good in the world. And where is he? He's outside Ilyusha's house talking to a young man, Kolya, a young man who this chapter makes oh so evident has been influenced by the left, by the liberal woke ideas of Rakitin. And so Kolya is really laying it on thick. First, he attacks medicine and says this doctor from Moscow that Katerina Ivanova so graciously, but probably guiltily, has paid for this family with the wisp of toe dad that Dmitri has dragged out. Katerina has provided this quack physician in Kolya's eyes and knows that this is all just a show. It doesn't really heal people, this fake medicine. Then he goes straight into the question of God and says, you cute little Alyosha with your mystical beliefs in God. I know that that's a philosophical necessity to sort of have this concept of an unmoved mover, but don't go spreading your mystical philosophy. And I know that that's going to be all rectified now that you're out of that monastery. You won't believe in fairy tales like a peasant fool. And Alyosha basically says, what are you talking about? Cure me of what? And he goes from criticizing medicine and criticizing theism and God, and he says, I'm a socialist. And Alyosha is surprised that he's read Voltaire and he's read he knows about socialism, and Kolya is surprised that Alyosha is surprised and a little bit taken aback, and he just goes on, and the key word in this chapter is he goes on and parrots, and the more he parrots, the more it's evident to Kolya that he is just a parrot. He can't believe what a phony he is, but yet he can't turn it off. He is just a repeater of Rakitin's teaching, and even though Alyosha can see that, he doesn't point it out and doesn't do a great battle philosophically or theologically. He doesn't go with the ad hominem attacks. He doesn't just tell, hey, you're just a little guy who's repeating what he's heard, as all little guys do. Instead, Alyosha takes him seriously and he questions. He says, was Voltaire really an atheist? And was Voltaire really a lover of humanity? And he throws it back to Kolya to go back and study that and figure that out for himself. So Alyosha is doing good in the world without the monk's garb, because he is addressing the next generation's Ivans and hearing them out, humanizing, but not agreeing with everything they say, but not just trying to brainwash him for the right, not trying to brainwash him into theism, but he's listening, he's loving, he's hearing, and he's challenging in a gentle way. Well, this produces in Kolya a dramatic change where he says, wow, I really feel like I love you. I really feel like we've connected. I really feel like there's a bond between us. And so now a relationship is forged between Kolya and Alyosha that will prove dividends in the future. And so this is just the fruition of what Zosima wanted Alyosha to be, a teacher and a guide from the next generation. And so you can see the chain forming, you can see the chain developing. Zosima's brother passed on his vision to Zosima. Zosima passed on his vision to many people, including Alyosha. Now Alyosha is passing it on to Kolya. And so hopefully in Dostoevsky's economy, Alyosha's view will reign triumphant over the Rakitins and the Smerdiakovs of the world, and that Kolya will learn and grow from the from the former seminarian, Alyosha.